We made it to 50 fucking episodes of this show. I am absolutely dumbfounded. To all the people that supported us along this journey, we really appreciate it, man. This has been a lot of work. From episode 1 to 50 to see the growth. There's so many people to shout out. I'll just shout out the people in the room. My co-host, Patrick Burriello. Appreciate you, bro. Charlie Pasta Fresca for being so supportive. Family, friends. And we're going to get a little classy here.
There you go.
And then I'm going to intro my powerhouse guests.
There you go.
Very nice. I love it. All right, guys, we got 2 powerhouse guests in the house today.
Put the cork back. We got to sell that.
Yeah, this is a very fancy bottle. You got to pay for studio time, man. It's just getting tight out here. To my left, give me a second before you ping, because there's a lot of shit that I have to read. Orthodontist, inventor of the big mouth toothbrush as seen on Shark Tank. 2 offices, one in Brooklyn, one in Philadelphia. Dr. Bobbi, what are you doing?
What's good? Thank you so much for having me.
And Keys, goddamn. As seen on Forbes, Yahoo Lifestyle, Essence, and The Cut, glam professional, celebrity glam artist, image consultant, and social media icon. We got our girl Keys in the house today.
Clap it.
All right, guys. First question, we were talking a little bit off camera. How did you guys get into the industry? Dr. Bobbi, I'll start with you, and then get a little bit into that Shark Tank situation for me.
Right, okay. Hi, Chris. Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
50th.
I appreciate that.
The way that I got into my industry, basically, like my foundation was being an orthodontist, right? So, growing up, I didn't know I wanted to, go into the dental industry. Fast forward, I figured it out and got into it. I started building my brand as soon as I came to New York, right? I didn't realize I was doing it, but I was literally selling myself because I was in these streets. You don't realize you're doing it when you're meeting people and you're telling them what you're doing. So a couple of years of doing that, and then I built a couple practices, and I really wanted to do something different. So then I noticed that I always recommended electronic toothbrushes, right? And I'm like, yeah, to all my patients, everybody should get an electronic toothbrush. But I noticed that the latest advances in the electronic toothbrushes were getting smaller and smaller. And to me, that didn't make any sense. So I was like, I'm seeing gingivitis, I'm seeing periodontitis. I have a whole, hygiene, like 4 or 5 hygienists that are telling me that there is an increase in gingivitis. Like, what are we gonna do about this? So that's where the big mouth toothbrush came in, where I'm like, okay, how about we design an electronic toothbrush that has a wider head?
Right,
I understand
they're all small.
They're all
very
small.
tiny, round.
And I think that they like how that looks, like thin is in, skinny is in, whatever. But I mean, with us, it's like, come on, let's be practical. Yeah. So I got with 2 or 3, 2.5, I say, engineers that helped me design the toothbrush that I have right now. So that's what I have the patent on.
Gotcha.
Very nice.
So that's how I got into that industry.
Very nice.
Very nice. Keys, what do you got for us?
I think my story is a little longer, but I'm gonna make it short. Of course, I'm a professional makeup artist, but I started with hair. I was a hairstylist first, yeah. I was a hairstylist first. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and I did hair for about 5-6 years and kind of got bored. Owned my own salon in Brooklyn, and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was doing the same thing over. It was really repetitive, and I was like, you know what? Honestly, my husband, he actually made the joke, like, why don't you do makeup? Doesn't it go hand in hand? And I was like, actually, you're right. So I actually started, I went the retail route first. I kind of stalked the MAC counter. I don't know if you guys know what MAC Cosmetics is. If you have a girlfriend, wife, sister, brother, you should know.
Unfortunately.
Very credible makeup brand. Still my family to this day. I stalked the MAC counter, kind of asked the manager to start working. I didn't even have experience in makeup like that because I was doing hair. But I did have experience in managing, dealing with clients, dealing with customers, stuff like that. So she gave me the chance, and here I am now.
Where was that you started with?
I started downtown Brooklyn, Macy's.
Brooklyn. Let's go.
Yeah, that was my first store. That was my store, downtown Brooklyn, Macy's. It was my first store. And I worked in every counter in Brooklyn. I worked in Kings Plaza. Yeah. I was a manager there. I became a manager probably 8 months after I got hired. And
was it all MAC?
All MAC, yeah. Yeah.
So now, do you have your own spot now, or you're private go?
No, so I'm a private. I do private clients, and 99% of my clients I go to them. Sometimes they come to me, but 99% of my clients I go to them. Yeah.
It's better than sitting in one spot, like you
It
said, doing the
is.
same
It
thing.
is. Definitely is. You just feel like a sitting duck. And I was just like, no, I like to travel. I'm in like 2 boroughs a day sometimes. You know what I mean? Working.
Flex right now.
Mm-hmm.
Flex on the podcast.
Please do.
I mean,
Do
it
you
sounds like
ever-
a flex,
did you ever
but
have to
it
travel?
could be stressful.
Did you ever have to travel out of the boroughs to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I travel out the boroughs today. Like I had to.
nice.
What do you mean? Like out of state?
Yeah, out of state.
Oh
to go do
yeah,
makeup
yeah. I
and
travel a
everything?
lot for work. I actually
travel
just
for your
came back
clients.
from I just came back from St. Thomas.
Oh, nice.
With one of my clients, she works carnival, and I had to do her carnival makeup, and I
nice.
actually
Now,
worked the
that's not
carnival.
anything small, though. People don't understand. Carnival makeup is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I went to it in Aruba.
Of makeup.
I went to
so,
they had a
so you
carnival.
understand
Oh,
that.
cool.
It's not just
Cool.
the everyday taking
No,
pictures
it's
makeup.
not.
It's
Yeah.
a whole nother level.
Yeah.
If your makeup is not on point for carnival, what are you doing?
Right,
Like,
right.
You can't even go
it's
on
a
the road.
very important point. Exactly, it's a very important point for
Me and Pat
carnival,
put a little
so.
bit of foundation on before we come, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Just playing around.
I don't need it. Stop.
Personal thing. My grandmother was not with us anymore. She was a woman in business, and very powerful woman. Worked at like a diner, raised the whole family, and then she ended up working as a company as a temp. And they never treated her right. They never paid her right, and she ended up becoming the boss of that company.
Nice.
I love
But
that.
the challenges as a woman in business is extremely difficult, I feel, and a lot of women could probably attest to that. What do you feel as though was your biggest challenges in the industry up to this point? Talk.
You go
Yeah,
first.
because Chris, I
Dr.
mean,
Bobby.
for me, so I'm in the dental field.
Yeah.
Started out, finished dental school, became a dentist. I'm already a minority doing that, right? But once I went back to school to become an orthodontist, that specialty alone, it's predominantly white male, period.
Right.
Okay.
But I graduated from my residency, and I began to teach at Kings County Hospital. I was teaching white males orthodontics. And it was very challenging. But me, I like to make everything fun. Right. So I've always had that as a part of my character. But it just wasn't always received well. So that was one of my first challenges, because you asked my challenge, right?
Yeah,
when I first just started to develop myself and just started to try to become more comfortable in what it was that I was doing, because I put a lot of money into this.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody paid for me to go to school.
Yeah.
You know, like I had crazy student loans. I'm like, it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
This is all or nothing. So I had the opportunity to teach while I was building my practice. And I think it was extremely challenging because I was challenged on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For a shorter period of time, though. So I think after the first 2 years, I made a name for myself, and they understood that I knew my shit, excuse my language, but I knew my shit very well.
No, you could talk.
I do my shit very well.
Right.
So after those first 2 years, and they're all older than me
Right.
at that point in time, they're all older
Right.
than
And
me.
you're teaching them.
Yes, and I'm teaching them, but I'm also I'm not acting like I'm above them while I'm teaching them. I'm just like, oh, this is what
Were
it
they
is.
giving you
Yeah.
some sort of bullshit
Pushback,
energy?
yes.
Really?
100%. I got it was myself and one other, my co-resident. And he was from Nebraska somewhere or whatever. And not to say anything, look, not to say anything's wrong with Nebraska.
Nebraska.
But if you're from the city,
Nebraska.
well, what I'm saying is when you're from the city, you can deal with certain things a different. You have
Yeah.
thicker
That's very
skin.
true.
Yep.
You have thicker skin.
Your skin is
so,
different.
So even though he was a white male, he was a little bit softer than me when
Right.
it came to answering those types of questions and things like that. So that was my biggest challenge when I first started.
I feel like it's an
in my career.
intimidating factor when when a woman is
Yeah.
powerful
Might
as
be.
a man. So I feel like sometimes men might be a little taken back.
Well, they would
You know
definitely
what I-
take him back.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
then you're out there being a boss, and
I'm a
you're better than them. I'm sorry, in the industry, and you know what I mean.
So, how long were you doing in
The
that industry
teaching?
before you decided to do the toothbrush?
I was I am an orthodontist. I've been an orthodontist since 2008. I literally just launched my toothbrush company in 2021. So
And
it
that
took
was
a
on
while.
Shark Tank?
And
You get it on Amazon right now.
Shark Tank was 2023, but I launched it, and so that story is actually kind of interesting too. I can shorten it really quickly.
Do you think?
course.
So you think?
So Shark Tank has always been my favorite show. Right.
Love
I
that show.
love Shark
Great
Tank.
show.
Me too.
I've had
You learn a lot.
you
Yeah.
learn a lot, and I had a few businesses before I even went on Shark Tank. But I really wanted to kind of develop one and connect with one that was like I was super passionate about. Like I was saying before, like I always recommended electronic toothbrushes. I need to, let me develop or build something that really, really makes sense to me that I can keep my passion with.
Yes.
So started the company at the end of 2021. 2022, I had about 6 months of sales under my belt. And I was like, I think now I'm going to apply for Shark Tank. Because, when you apply for Shark Tank, you can have a failed business. You could have a business that doesn't even exist yet. You can have an idea for a business.
Oh, wow. I
Or you
didn't
could
know
have a
that.
success. Oh, yeah. There are businesses that pitch for Shark Tank that are underdeveloped, have never been developed,
Yeah.
or overdeveloped, or failed.
Yeah.
But
They just own the rights to that. They own the patent. They own something.
And you can still
even
sell
if
it
they
to
didn't make a
them.
dollar,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
like what you're trying to sell.
you could sell anything to the sharks, right?
Yep.
So I observed that, I witnessed it, and it was, for me, I felt like all of the people that were the most successful people on Shark Tank had at least some numbers under their belt, because the sharks are numbers people.
Yeah.
Right.
They always ask.
They always ask, and in dental school they don't teach you those numbers. It's like I had to learn it, the business part of it afterwards. But anyway, so I'm like, if I have 6 months of numbers under my belt, I can go on Shark Tank. So I applied in June, dropped it, launched everything in January, applied for Shark Tank in June, and received a response from them in August. And they're like, okay, well, you got to come pitch in September. Now, this was during COVID. So nobody could fly with me. Like, you had to take a COVID test before you got there, after you got there.
I would have been shitting.
They were scaring the hell out of me, Chris. They were. They when I
Yeah,
landed,
you already
Chris,
got your nerves twisted.
Right.
going
I
to
was
do this.
already
With
crazy.
the
I'm here by
we call
myself.
it the panty. The panty was scary for everybody. So traveling by yourself.
And then they scared the hell out of me, saying like, okay, we're going to bring you to this hotel.
Right.
You okay over there? We're going to bring you to this hotel, and you can't leave. They said the week before, they had three females get there thinking that they wanted, because it's in LA. So they're like, okay, we're going to go out and hang out. Those girls never got a chance to pitch because COVID was so real. They were like, you leave this hotel, that's
It's a wrap.
it. They lost their opportunity to pitch.
On
So-
Shark Tank.
On Shark Tank.
Oh.
I don't even
Because they
know who
wanted
these
to
people
go
were.
out.
It's like,
They-
why would you
they're
risk
bugging.
that?
Exactly. That don't make
So
no
you know
sense.
me, I went in there, I went in the hotel, went downstairs to eat, went right back upstairs. Like,
I would have
this
stood
is
in the
it.
bathroom.
I was about to
Exactly.
say.
Like, I'm
I was
staying
about to
there.
say. I wouldn't talk to nobody.
You tell me where to move.
All right,
so.
who invested? Who's your partner?
So, I want you guys to watch the
Oh, I'm
pitch.
definitely going to watch
But
that.
No,
Barbara,
I gotta do it after.
Barbara Corcoran, shout out to Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara.
I'm connected with her team.
So
Absolutely.
Barbara, I think it's Barbara. So the two biggest selling items on Shark Tank was
Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy and I think the Ring doorbell.
Yes, that was also on
He
Shark.
went there. They all abused him.
They did.
Told him
He didn't get a
shit.
deal.
He didn't get no deal. Thrown off. They made it like he had a shitty item. Year and a half later, he was back as a Shark.
I love that.
It's a household name.
I love
love
that.
that.
It's a household name.
He came back as the Shark now because now he was a billionaire.
Yep.
Keys, let's go back to the original question.
Sure. So we're talking about challenges, right? So I had a few challenges in my dual careers just because of, like you said, the intimidation factor, things of that nature. Just working in retail as a manager, as a Black woman, you have to sometimes extra tailor what you say. Your feedback has to be, my feedback is always constructive and very cut and dry, because that's how I like my own feedback. But I learned a lot working with that company and working with people and how to talk to people and how, some people would take things offensively, even though you don't mean it that way. I learned a lot that way. But I would think my biggest challenge was my transition from leaving Mac to just working on my own.
Right.
So the reason why I did that is because I started gaining a lot of clients, a few celebrities, a few just like honestly rich women that was like, you know what, Keys, I want you to do my makeup in my house. I don't want to come here anymore. And
There you
I'm
go.
like, how does that work? And back in the day, that wasn't really a huge thing. So I got used to it and I got to the point where I gained so many clients. as a manager, I couldn't even lead by example no more. Like, I remember one time I had to open up my store, and at a Mac store, you have to do a lot of operational things before you open up the store.
Okay.
And I got there late, and I had my staff waiting outside for me to open the store. And I was just like, I've always led by example as a manager, and I was a manager for Mac for 13 years, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this no more. So I decided to leave. I left in 2016, and I've been working on my own since.
Very good.
nice.
Yeah, the only time I
Congratulations.
took like a regular gig is during the pandemic. That's when I was working for ABC with Charlene, which was an amazing blessing and job, because when you work for yourself, that's it. Especially when you work in the service
like
business.
in a news.
Yeah,
show?
so it's ABC
and
News.
they had to be on the air every day, no matter
Every
what.
day, and
that's
she
what we
had a
did, Jen's show.
choice. Yeah, she had a choice. She had a choice to either do hair and makeup in her home and film from her home, or actually still stay in the studio. Her children was young at the time, so she was like, "I'm staying in the studio."
Right, she couldn't
Yeah,
move from home.
but some anchors and some reporters didn't even do hair and makeup because they was just so scared with the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was doing her hair and makeup 5 days a week. Yeah, I really, really appreciate her because, like I said, working in the service business and for yourself, money is just strictly cut off. There's no way I can
Yep.
do makeup on Zoom. Like, you know what I mean? Even though I did a couple during the pandemic, I did a few with my clients.
We could
that
do like
lived-
classes, right? And like,
yeah,
How'd
like
you
I
do it over Zoom?
did.
Would you have to tell them what to do? You would just
Yes,
explain
I had to
them?
do maybe like 2 or 3, not that not that
and
many.
just explain to them
yes,
what to do.
yes,
Oh, that's
literally,
crazy.
like because
I
you
would
know
be a
it was
mess.
still things happening.
I could never do
Right.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
If
terrible.
I would look
You're
like
right.
a clown. That would have been makeup all over my face.
Yeah, but
No,
I
you're
use
right.
a little bit of skill.
I can't even do a bob, but my
to
hands are
dictate
too
that.
shaky. I'm like all fucked up. You guys are fucking awesome. This is
Oh,
really
thank
dope.
you.
You guys are
Thank
really
you,
dope.
Chris.
You guys want to do some shenanigans?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Shenanigan action? We were very serious for the first 17 minutes and 25 seconds. We have a timer here now. It's more lights in here than fucking God. I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke. You know
I
what
love
mean?
it.
Like he said, he's at the gates of heaven.
I'm taking all the selfies.
What's the strangest thing you ever bought on Amazon?
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
I gotta think about that.
Strangest?
Yeah, like the weirdest thing.
I must be the boringest person in the world because I can't even think.
I bought dude wipes, but it was a 13-pack of them.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, you didn't know that, did you?
You didn't know it was 13 packs.
No, I didn't. You know what I mean?
There's nothing
And
wrong
then
with dude wipes.
So
sidebar.
wait, dude
What?
wipes are just like wipes to wipe
Flushable
your
wipes,
to
but
wipe your
it's
penis?
supposed to be quote unquote for
To
men.
wipe
But
your
child,
penis.
please,
No,
like
your butt.
to wipe your
Then why
ass.
are they called dude wipes? We all have butts.
Yeah,
Right.
but like I think they have like a cologne scent. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
You should not be
Specifically, it's
using
supposed to
that
be
for your
for-
wipe your butt. No.
Right.
I haven't had like a reaction.
colognes
No,
for your
you
butt.
shouldn't have any
I
scent
haven't had a reaction.
Who's
to this
smelling
point.
that?
wiping
there.
across your ass. Something
yeah, that
strange
smells
you
like grape
bought
flower.
on Amazon.
Oh.
You know what I bought? I mean, you guys probably wouldn't know what it is. So I bought a utensil that actually picks up rhinestones. So it has like a rubbery end and
you
it's
push the-
tacky.
and you
No,
push
it
the-
doesn't even push. It looks like a pencil, but it's
Right.
rubber. And it helps me pick up rhinestones to place on people's face.
That's like
'Cause I do
an elegant thing that you bought. I'm talking about things to wipe my ass with. That's
I know. That's why I was
trying
trying to
to
figure out something weird.
That's weird because
I'm
you guys
trying
don't
to
know what
think,
that is.
it doesn't have to be something
weird.
sexual. You know what I mean? Like, cause everybody's buying that. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think your dude wipes were sexual.
No, but like a 3-pack of KY. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're talking about his asshole. But I think that the last thing that I bought, it wasn't weird, but they have this like stand where you can just like put your phone on there and it'll radiate the music. Have you ever seen that?
No, but that's very cool.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
it.
Really?
I love it. And it's,
It's
so
like a
funny.
speaker for your phone?
It is, but you don't have to do anything. You just literally set it up and you just put your phone on it and it
It makes the music louder?
yes, it's like a whole
You got to send me that link
Yeah,
because
so
I must
good.
be
Very
boring
fancy.
because I can't think of anything.
I saw it on TikTok first.
That's what
Are
I
you
felt.
talking
That's why.
about the thing that looks? You put your phone like in it.
Not in it. It's a stand. It looks almost like this
Yeah.
mic, except if you tipped it back, your phone will go right there.
Right, and it looks like a round thing. Like
Yeah, the
it
bottom is
goes out of
round.
it. Yeah, I think I
Yes.
seen what you're talking about.
You bought that
Yes.
too?
No, but I think I know what she's talking about.
Whatever with all of you, seriously. What
And they've
person?
just seen a new app on the phone now. You could download that unlocks
We
your
are all
volume.
boring, okay?
Oh yeah,
I
there's
know,
a thing
I
on
know,
the
I feel
phone.
boring.
It's an app, and then the dirt comes out of the phone by like a certain sound frequency.
The what?
Yeah,
The
because your
dirt?
speakers are covered with dirt.
oh,
everybody.
that.
I'm gonna go on
Oh.
Shark Tank, and then like when you play the
gonna go.
sound, then the dirt comes out of the speaker sound.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I
Oh,
seen the new thing
right.
now that you could download
that's
and
amazing.
it unlocks the volume.
Yeah,
in
because your
phone. They're
speaker
saying
does
that all these
collect like a
phones-
lot of dust and stuff like
So
that.
does your
just from-
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, my camera's
When you
awful.
put your volume all
Mine's
the way
too. I
up
feel like mine's is terrible.
and you think that's as loud as your phone goes, they're saying that's not as loud as your phone goes. You could download this app and it unlocks
Oh,
that.
it's an app
And you
that
could
makes
put-
your
yeah,
speaker louder on your
much
phone?
louder. Yeah,
There's an
I didn't
app for
download it yet.
everything.
Though. Yeah.
Dad, what was the strangest thing you ever bought on Amazon?
Uh-oh.
It was a dildo, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. Craving authentic Italian flavors in Brooklyn? Pasta Fresca at 6406 11th Avenue is your go-to spot for fresh homemade pasta, classic sauces, and mouth-watering Italian dishes. Don't leave without trying their famous savory sfogliatella, a word that I learned recently. Open daily, it's the perfect place for lunch, dinner, or a special night out. Experience the taste of Italy right in Brooklyn at Pasta Fresca. Fresh, delicious, and unforgettable. Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? The Pinnacle Real Estate team has you covered. Led by pro agent Frank Bergen, they make the process simple, stress-free, and tailored to your needs. Whether it's finding your dream home or getting top dollar for your property, Frank and the Pinnacle team bring expertise, professionalism, and the result you could trust. What
You didn't let
person?
him answer.
What person knows? It was. That's
That
why.
was thinking too. He was like,
He needs, to, he needs to come on the podcast. He's a fucking.
I agree.
He was like, I don't want to answer with my girlfriend here.
What person knows the most about you? And I'll go first. It's my Walgreens cashier.
Oh my God.
Think about that for 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Who
you buy a
knows
lot.
the
really? You
most
spill
about
you
me?
spill your guts when you're cashing out? That's what it is.
It's the things you buy.
No,
The things you're buying?
you're never buying anything normal from Walgreens ever. Think about it for 2 seconds. Ready? You're getting like laxatives, Nair, razors, and your prescription for whatever you might have going on.
I never bought laxatives in my life, and I never
Me
bought
neither.
Nair.
I don't.
I
use
bought
Nair
Nair
either. I'm
when I
totally
was young.
My
electrolyzed.
Walgreens
But
is
I'm not a laxative
shampoo,
girl.
Completely
underarm
electrolyzed.
deodorant, hairspray.
Gum. I get gum.
Toothpaste.
No, my laxative is fruit.
Yeah, you could. Coffee is a laxative.
That's true too.
Something else I got from Amazon. I got a flush from Amazon that was made from moringa bitters.
Is it one of the? It was like a viral thing.
Oh my God. It is the worst tasting thing in the world.
Oh, a flush.
But it's literally like no, a flush, like a
flush. I got you
yeah.
now.
Oh,
It's like a
well,
colonic
I'm
in a bottle.
Caribbean, so
It's a colonic.
we
You
have,
know bitters.
We have
Yeah.
bitters, yes.
Okay, so I work with a guy and he's Caribbean, and he brought in a juice for me one day. I don't know what the fuck he put in that juice, bro.
Ginger.
I went to the bathroom, I was wide awake, and I had energy for like 3 days, bro. And then
How
he
did
goes,
it taste? Did it taste good or it taste weird?
outstanding. He
What
used to-
color was it?
Pink. Pink. Yeah.
Definitely had some beets in it.
Wait a minute.
Or like
Look,
a
I'm trying to think.
or maybe guava.
Definitely
was
had.
pink.
I like those
Definitely
drinks
had
though, the
either
ones with the
grapefruit
ginger
or
and
guava.
the.
I love
like
ginger.
those. I love
Ginger's
those.
my favorite thing on
Yeah, I
ginger.
Ginger's
love
good for everything.
Yeah.
Ginger's
Ginger's
good for
love
amazing.
those drinks.
He was the man. Like, you know what I mean?
He was the man.
He's like, you know,
That's
if you
probably
want
a fresh
if you want to
juice
have
that he made in the house and he brought.
he's like, you know, if you want to get somebody pregnant, it's like all you have to eat is eat 3 bananas and then a scoop of peanut butter. You know what I mean?
That's the first thing I thought when he said it was pink. Because you know I don't know if they're Jamaicans or Trinidadians. They have this.
He was
pink
Trinidadian.
drink.
He's
They have this
Trinidadian.
pink drink for your libido.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you were talking about that or you were talking about.
That's a Jamaican thing. 'Cause my mother
might
from
be
Trinidad,
Jamaican. Oh, okay. All right.
and I've never heard of that.
Trinidadian and what's your background?
I'm just plain old black. My family's from the South.
Okay. All right.
She said, "I'm just plain old black."
I gotta get
Plain
like,
old
I gotta
black.
get the food cadence
I'm
down.
like an honorary Trini. I go to Carnival all the time.
There you go.
And you're good because I've never been to Trinidad
So,
Carnival.
what? I go every year.
And what areas did you guys grow up in Brooklyn? What neighborhood?
When I first got here, I was in Crown Heights, and now I'm in Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy, do or die. Born
we
and
go.
raised.
Top 3 restaurants from
Born and
Bed-Stuy.
We
Nice.
actually don't live that far from each other.
We don't. We're walking distance from each other.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Top 3 restaurants?
Top 3 restaurants.
Okay, so it depends.
You mean
it
right now or
depends
back in the
on
day?
now or back in the day. What are we talking about?
We're gonna go back
Do
in the day
both.
because Bed-Stuy is very, very, very yuppie now. I feel like the neighborhood is extremely different.
It is extremely different. I'll be honest with you. It's not a good question for me to answer in Bed-Stuy because I didn't really.
Bed-Stuy says Brooklyn.
I didn't really eat from restaurants in Bed-Stuy. See, I come from a Caribbean home.
And they cook.
And to be honest with you, my mom cooked a lot, and my father and my stepfather.
Yeah.
They cooked all the time. So when we got any type of outside food, like it was like a fucking parade. And when we got outside food, it was shit. I mean, it's stuff that's
Shit
shitty
compared
now.
to your
Like
family's food
literally,
with
we
it.
was like McDonald's. Oh my God, we're excited. Like I'm literally like Crown's fried chicken. Like that was a thing back in the day. So
They're still all over the place, Crowns.
yeah, they
I
are.
actually had that recently.
Yeah.
You know, there's a place in Bed-Stuy, Bed-Stuy Fish Fry. Best I Fish Fry.
Okay.
It's funny that he brought that
it's
up.
fairly new though. I
So
feel like
my-
it's not too old.
It's
fairly
not
new.
too old.
Is
but
it
the-
over
the
20
same way-
years?
No.
It's maybe
The
15.
same way that you feel about some of the Caribbean restaurants in Brooklyn, I feel about Best I Fish Fry because my family's from the South and we cook like
Yes.
collard greens, mac and cheese, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Best I Fish Fry does taste good though. I do like it. I have ordered
Yeah,
from there.
I ate it
That,
the
and
other
there's
day,
another
actually.
place called Cornbread that was really good. And Keys, you brought up a point. It's like how far back do you want to go? Because
A lot of them.
there's been a couple of, like, we want to talk about a little bit more present day. I used to love the Grill BK.
Yes.
Shout
I
out
was
to
just
Melissa.
gonna say that.
Shout out to Melissa.
That's my girl. Yes.
What's that?
Love her. So
The
Negril
Grill
BK, it was on. So there was a Negril in the Village. That's like a Caribbean restaurant, but
Yeah.
it was more than a restaurant because it created a vibe and there was a club downstairs. So she partnered with them, I believe, and she built one in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
On Fifth Avenue, right in
Avenue.
Park Slope.
Park Slope.
Food delicious,
Amazing.
I brought
Amazing drinks.
so many people there. Amazing
It's
drinks.
open now.
No, it closed. It closed.
Now she's in
last
Atlanta.
Fall. She's in
Oh,
Atlanta
she's in
now.
Atlanta. Atlanta.
She has a grill in Atlanta now.
I even went down
Shout
there.
out to Melissa.
Oh, another
there.
good one.
Shout out to Melissa.
Roti on the Run.
Roti on the Run.
Roti on the Run.
Where's that?
That's West Indian. It's in shit.
I never heard of
I
it.
think it might
What's
be
the
like-
street? Just say the street. I would know if
I
you said
don't
the street.
remember. I think it. I was
sounds
was
Trini.
working and then I went there and I think it might be like in Brownsville. I think it's like close to Brownsville.
never heard of it.
There was a spot called
there's
Cold
multiple.
Peppers. Remember Cold Peppers? They just closed. That's a Jamaican spot. That was
On,
on Nostrand. Is it Nostrand? I believe it's Nostrand. It's in Flatbush. Sorry,
I
Crown
don't
Heights.
remember that.
Crown Heights.
Oh, we
That
just
one-
had our boy Shelly on. He said Peppers.
Remember
Did he?
C&J?
Oh, yeah.
No, there's another Peppers. There's
There's-
Peppers on Flatbush. That's the one you're probably talking
Oh,
about.
that's Peppers on Flatbush. That's different. There's C&J on Utica. That's been there for
C&J, where Utica and Montgomery, or like President.
It's Utica
before you get
between
to Empire.
yes, before you get to Empire. It's,
Okay.
it's Utica between Lenox and Linden.
Okay,
It's
okay.
right there, little Caribbean.
Okay. Yes, it's
And
still
they have
there.
the worst service, but their
The
food,
food
is
is
so
amazing.
good.
But that's the great thing
That's
about
usually
Crown
how it
Heights.
works.
That's the great thing about Crown Heights and Flatbush. Like you can walk into any restaurant, and I'm Caribbean, so that's why I said I wasn't really like huge on like restaurants in Bed-Stuy.
Right.
If I'm gonna get some Caribbean food, if my family isn't making it, I'll go to Flatbush.
Yeah.
because they have the best Caribbean food.
Flatbush, East
Like
Flatbush.
Gloria's is still good.
Glorious is still really
Yeah,
good.
and Gloria's been there since I was a kid.
I just wanted you guys to come on the show just so I can go to your houses for dinner. honestly. I ordered from a Caribbean restaurant the other day. It didn't hit.
Footprints?
Where?
No, it was in Manhattan, and it's just like I don't know. Usually it's out, like I usually go with like the 3 traditional dishes like oxtail.
So there's
Yeah.
a
Rice
and peas
great,
and
there's
stuff.
an
It
amazing
was goat.
restaurant
Maybe I
in
just don't like
Manhattan
goat.
called Jasmine's, and it's on Restaurant Row. Shout out to
Oh,
Jasmine,
you've
that's
got
my
to
girl.
go to
Where's-
Jasmine.
I
where's
just spoke to her
Jasmine's?
today.
Right in
it's
the theater
on Restaurant
district.
Row. It's right around. It's like up the block from Times Square,
It's
Oh, all
right
right.
there.
and it's she has 2 restaurants on that block.
Samir's.
Samir's and what's
And
it?
Jasmine's. Yeah, and Jasmine's. Jasmine's
both
is
of
more of
them-
like a chill vibe, right?
Yes,
So they have like a
yes.
band
And this is
there.
Caribbean food?
Yes,
Okay.
Jamaican.
Okay.
cuisine.
Yes.
Yeah.
we
That
gotta
food is
Yeah.
so good.
I was thinking about going Saturday.
There's a
Oh,
spot in
my-
Inglewood, New Jersey too. That's fire. It's Jamaican and Asian fusion.
Oh, nice.
It was
Well, Guyanese people do Asian fusion food. So.
they?
My father from Guyana.
But
Oh,
if you
when I
guys
used
are
to
gonna
work
go
at
to
the junkyard,
Jasmine's,
we
you gotta let
used
us
to order all
know
the time
because
with
that's
Jamaican
gonna be a
food.
whole vibe. That'll
Yeah.
be a whole party.
Jasmine is a vibe.
What was your favorite memories growing up in Brooklyn?
My favorite memories as a child is going to play handball.
All
at
right,
the
we
high
were big
school
with
ball.
handball.
Talked about
Super,
that.
like, and I see that as getting a little traction on Instagram now, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Handball?
Yeah,
You mean
like I saw
Really?
a couple of videos of people.
That's what I
playing
see now.
handball.
Pickleball.
I wish I could play it now. I can't play it anymore because I have
I love
nails.
handball.
But I used to literally cut my nails to play handball, and my older brother is super nice in it. Like
Yeah,
he
we
used,
used to
anytime
play
we
all
played
day.
as a kid, and he used to always beat me. And I used to be so mad. I used to play so much that my hand was like sore. It was hard.
Calluses.
I was really big on double dutch too.
We love
Yeah, I
handball.
still jumped over
We used to
to the
play
same.
handball for push-ups on demand. Like,
Yeah.
And if you lost 10, 20 push-ups, we would wait. Like, if you lost to me and you owed me 20 push-ups,
Right.
I would wait until we were in the most fucked up spot. Like, we could be in the middle of a restaurant waiting to sit down, and I'd be like, dropping, give me 10 right now. But we all
have
used
to
to do
do
it,
it.
and you had to do it.
Right.
Like, that was part of the thing. You had to do it. So we had guys doing push-ups on top of pizza counters and everything. Because
Right.
we would just pick, that's what we used to play handball all the time for.
Yeah.
Push-ups on
yeah,
demand.
handball was dope.
The best memories for
handball.
me are just I loved Brooklyn in the summertime. So it'd be Fort Greene.
Block parties.
Just everything. You wouldn't even
I
have
can't
to
wait
know
this
what's
summer,
going
actually.
on.
Don't know what
Bro,
happens.
it would be
with block parties.
Flatbush. It would be
It's so
Bed-Stuy.
great.
It would be
Besides
Fort Greene,
the best
Clinton
block-
Hill.
they're
You
the
could
best
walk
block parties
outside of
ever.
your door and just walk.
Still right now, you have a. Did you see block
Still
parties?
right now.
I haven't seen a
I
block
have
party in
I have a few in my
15
calendar right
years.
now.
Or go to Fort Greene Park. There's
Fort Greene.
always something going on in Fort Greene Park.
Yeah.
Tompkins Park. Some
Tompkins
Fort
always
Greene Park. My
free
friend Pooch
concerts at
told me
Tompkins Park.
about that.
Yeah.
About the
They
Fort
always
Greene
have something
Park.
going
on
They
in
always have
summertime.
something going
They
on.
always have something
Yeah,
going
block
on.
Yeah.
parties is still a
And
thing.
it's
But
Because
not-
I still live in the
it's
heart of
live.
Bed-Stuy. So
Yeah.
Not
it's
by
always.
us. Not in Brooklyn. In Bensonhurst, there used to be 100 block parties a summer. Like literally.
Yeah, like every Saturday.
I haven't seen a
I
block
wonder
party
why.
in 15 years. I got a friend
Somebody's
in
probably
Staten
not
Island that they
carrying
said
on a tradition.
He
That's
lives
what
on
it is.
he lives on one of those dead end blocks in Staten
Yeah.
Island. He says they still once a year they'll have but it's
that's it.
5 houses that are throwing this dead end block party. It's the only one I hear of. I
No,
don't hear of
they
no
still-
other
in,
block
in,
parties.
in Brooklyn,
It's still a
Bed-Stuy,
thing.
Clinton Hill, Fort Greene,
Yeah,
that area.
that
you
area,
can walk
for sure.
outside of your house literally, and you'll any
Oh, we
day
gotta
in
go.
the summer
We
on the
gotta just go
weekends.
crash a block party.
It's
Oh,
nice that certain
absolutely.
neighborhoods are still doing that.
And
I mean,
Williamsburg.
And Williamsburg, yeah.
I mean, it segues into mine. I mean, just the camaraderie, man. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like it's
Right.
gone. You know what I mean? And I feel like the neighborhoods are losing their
Authenticity.
their
Mojo.
authenticity.
They are.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
They are.
I went to Bed-Stuy like it was like a year ago, and then
You're like, where am I?
what the fuck is going on? here? You know what I
All
mean?
the people
It
from
has
Brooklyn
changed.
that used to throw these block parties, like they're all in Staten Island now. And you would think
Yeah.
they would bring it to Staten Island. Like I would love to have a block party on my
Right,
block.
right.
I wouldn't even know how to go about asking. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like what
right.
do you do? Like
Yeah. They have
Well, it's a
the
whole
little
block
neighborhood
associations and
exactly.
stuff
They
like
have
that.
those- That's
Like
how
you
they
have to get in
together.
tune with
yeah,
that.
but back in the
Yeah.
day in Brooklyn, you would get the block, everybody on the
Oh
block.
yeah, you would need it because
Right.
everybody's
sign the
outside.
thing.
Right,
Everybody would
right.
say get that
Or
day.
I thought it was like
And it would
axe in
just
a
happen. The
precinct or
block
something
would
like
get
the-
involved,
the
and
closest
before you knew
precinct.
it,
There's
you'd have the
always
block
somebody
party.
on the block that knows about those
things.
standards,
Yeah,
and
those
then they're
standards.
the ones that get the block
And you
together
always had
and
that
do it.
one or two people on the block that didn't want the block party, and you made sure you put the DJ booth right
Right in front of their house. Perfect.
Keys, you actually gave me the idea. So we were posting. We just used to post about the neighborhoods that we know.
Right.
Gravesend, Bensonhurst, Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she had commented.
Yeah.
And I saw the blue check, and I was like, "Who is this?" And then I started, you know.
And
so
she's had it forever.
Yeah.
Not since.
No, she got the real. No, yeah,
Nice.
it looked like the real blue check,
Official.
and it was. So I looked in, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then Key said, like, you know, what about so and so neighborhoods? What about this, and that? And I think
Right.
I responded back with, "Well, we never been there." And I DM Keys like, I think the next day, and I was like, "You need to come on the show and talk
Yeah.
about it,"
No, for
which gave me
sure.
the idea. You know what I mean? Because yeah, we had a different culture. What made Brooklyn so dope is like every neighborhood had their own thing.
That's so true.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like and also you could look to every like neighborhood, like an artist came out of each place. Canarsie had
Facts.
Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Biggie had Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy.
You know
Clinton
what I mean?
Hills. Bed-Stuy, Clinton Hills.
Jay-Z.
And
Bed-Stuy.
so many more. There's so many more.
Yeah.
I got a
that are
good
from
question.
these
This one's gonna get a lot of hate possibly. Who's the most influential music artist to ever come out of New York? And we're gonna go one male, one female.
Wow, this is gonna start a war.
Wait, out of New York or out of Brooklyn?
New York.
Oh my God.
So wait. Let me get. So the most
Right.
the most influential.
Repeat the question.
So, as far as influence, like
We could go
on
with
what
like,
they did in their career, I would
Yeah,
have
we
to
need to
say
deep dive
Jay
into
Z.
that question.
I would have to say Jay Z because he went from
I agree.
a
I was
rapper
gonna agree too.
to
And I want somebody to argue with me, please.
Well, no, we argued him down in terms of success. and
Yeah.
in terms
That's
of
what
he's
I'm
done for
saying.
the
And I have
culture,
I have
what
a
he's done
personal
for
love for
music.
Jay Z because I used to, do hair for the executives at Rockefeller. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I heard he's a real cool
You'd have a
dude.
hard time
Super
doing his hair
cool.
now.
Why does he? Is it just
Super
because he's a
cool.
billionaire that they want to dog him in the media? Why do they have such a
No,
beef with
because
Jay-Z?
he's a successful black man.
Yep.
And what's
Period,
with-
point
what's-
He's
blank.
unapologetic.
And very unapologetic.
He's very quiet, though.
very
Yeah, he's
private.
like, I do what I do.
You know what I mean?
But he's just the sweetest, nicest person. Super sarcastic. You can take his sarcasm for being an asshole, but what guy from Brooklyn
everybody.
isn't?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just have to know sarcasm, no sarcasm. So, but he's super dope.
Yeah, come on. He went
Yeah.
from being
not antisocial.
He went from being
like
a no bullshit rapper that couldn't even get a deal when he was doing that.
I mean, you could even go
to a
before
rapper.
he was even rapping. What
To
he did.
yeah.
I mean, sports owner. I mean,
Influential.
he
for
does that.
sure.
He does it all.
He's up there.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he went into the.
really
You ever?
agree
What's
with
that song? I went into this motherfucker 100 grand strong because he was selling
Oh
on the
yeah,
street.
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Took that $100,000 and then became the best.
Yeah.
So
artist of all time.
all his friends, when you watch a documentary or one of these like YouTube things where they talk about them and everything, every one of his friends says he was hustling, he was cashed up way before the.
He was.
Obviously not cashed up like he is now, billionaire status.
Yeah.
Right.
But he was doing
cashed-
way better than
right,
most.
Right, exactly.
Like, I mean, the best person I love to listen to as an interviewee is Bleak, Memphis Bleak.
Yeah, he's great.
You know, his best friend. Well, yeah,
Was
he's
his, like-
one of his good friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that's his best friend too, along with Tata. But you know, just listening to him talk about how they grew up, it's like he had big screen TVs in the crib in the projects.
Bleak
Like,
could
you know
never-
what I
He
mean?
would open
Like,
up his doors and it would
Yeah,
look like
and
it
Never
would look
have
like a
another
and we
hit
can
his whole
understand
career.
that,
As long
'cause
as I'm
we've-
alive, he's a millionaire.
right.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what he
but-
said in his song.
understood
And
what
it's
money
true.
could do.
And it's true. And he always kept the same people around him. So that speaks volumes as well.
Well, the Tata is
Tata's
like,
his best friend. That's his brother.
You don't see
Yeah.
Jay-Z without Tata standing
Absolutely.
next to him.
You know who also did that from New York, who kept like his posse around him? Carmelo Anthony.
yeah.
I went
Yeah.
on. I did an event for Carmelo for the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. He does it with the Kid Mero.
Yes.
And then Common was there. Who else? The Kid Mero, Mello, and he had another guest. But he had like all his boys like in the room with him, you know. And we're talking about like Carmelo fucking Anthony, bro. Like it's very easy to lose sight of yourself throughout the period of your career.
course.
You know what I
Career,
mean?
right.
And the fact that Jay didn't do it with a billionaire with a B,
Yeah.
that's fucking
100%.
insane. But like, yeah, I just don't like the whole media thing about like the signs and this and that.
Oh,
and I
God,
just gotta ask, like,
He's
do
been
you really
throwing up
fucking
that
believe?
sign since '91?
Right.
It's probably like a logo or
facts.
something like that. Do you really think that this guy is a devil worshiper
It's
and
the
him and
rock
Beyonce
symbol.
are
It's the
fucking?
diamond symbol. He's been throwing that up.
It's stupid. It's very ignorant.
Oh, my
You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Like,
To
let's
think.
go to like a couple of politicians. They might be devil worshippers and doing some weird shit. Jay-Z's not one of them. He's from
Right.
fucking. He's from Bed-Stuy.
Right.
I don't think
Exactly.
he's a devil worshiper at all. I don't think he's none of that
No,
bullshit.
not at all. Yeah.
Yes. His wife was raised in the church. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
no, there's no way. Female.
Okay.
Female is hard. I was thinking
Female,
about
you're
that
talking
while
about
we were
music
talking.
artists?
I mean, like,
in
I don't even
I got a
think-
good
do
one.
you?
I think. Just because she's like probably the most popular, it would probably be J Lo. You know what I mean? J Lo.
Okay, from the Bronx.
she has a big influence.
She does
I mean,
have a
who
big
else?
influence.
I mean, Little Kim.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I wouldn't put Lil' Kim
Love
above
Lil'
J-Lo.
yeah, but like Little
love Lil'
Little
Kim.
Kim
I
to
love Lil' Kim. But I
Brooklyn.
was talking about as far as
love Lil' Kim.
accolades.
Do you remember when
Right.
Lighters came out?
With who?
yeah.
Put
I
your
come
lighters
from
on.
that
Oh,
style.
yeah.
Come
Lighters
on,
came
that's my song.
You know what I mean? And then
That song was great.
I mean,
Jay-Z
she
was a-
paved the way for a lot of female rappers.
She was the
That
first.
a lot
Her
of
and
people-
I mean, no.
Foxy Brown.
And a lot
Get
of
more
female
respect for
rappers
that.
didn't want to admit that.
They
but
still
she
won't,
did.
which is nuts.
Who was the first female rapper?
I think it was
Salt and
Roxanne
Pepper.
Shante?
No.
Roxanne
Roxanne
Shante.
Shante
yeah.
to actually have a recording deal, if I'm not mistaken.
I think she was the first one to get a deal, but there
To-
were
to a deal.
other
Yeah,
rappers,
Shante.
female
There were
rappers
other-
before her that
Yeah.
were on the like people had cassette tapes with their
right.
with their
But on
lyrics
record,
it,
it was
but-
Roxanne Shante,
yeah,
for
it was
sure.
Roxanne
You see how
Shante.
passionate people get about music? I love this question so much, bro. It's my favorite thing in
mean,
the world.
really
There
so.
is so many
Yeah.
rappers that are from New York that had
Yeah.
influence.
So many.
So
So
Slick
many
Rick.
iconic rappers.
I love Slick Rick.
Slick Rick.
Oh, bro, you
Nas.
could go
One of the
on
best
for,
storytellers
You
ever.
could go on for an hour.
Slick Rick is the man, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm saying if you're
he
gonna go
is.
every artist that came out of New York,
Yeah.
you go for an hour, all of them.
We did our top 3 rappers on one. We had Little D. He's from Coney. He's a rapper from Coney.
Okay.
And we were doing like our top 3 rappers, and like we got roasted
Because
How old is this guy? You asked. How old is he?
he's young.
No, we asked each other.
Oh,
But
each
we-
other.
okay.
It was a conversation.
It was a
Okay.
conversation.
But
yeah.
you're asking somebody's opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so, and everybody's roasting us on, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, how could I not know what I like? It's my
Right.
opinion.
Right. Facts.
Exactly.
I did not say that.
Yeah, people get
Put
real
it in the
angry when it comes to
dictionary
those
that
like
this guy is
lists. They get
number
really
one.
That's
angry.
your
I like.
opinion. Yeah.
That, I mean, like there's different variations of like my top 3. Like, you know what I mean?
me
Like-
too.
Like you had a good
But
one. I
my
remember
top
what
one
yours.
will always be Jay-Z. I'm gonna say that on the record.
And you said you
Again.
said LL. You had LL in your top 3. If I remember
LL
correctly.
is my top 5. If I would do, I don't like to number them because I love them for
Yeah.
Put 'em in
different
no order.
reasons. But Jay-Z will always be my top 3. Biggie is 2. Nas is 3. 4 is Big Daddy Kane, and 5 is LL.
All right. Big
No
Daddy
Rakim.
Kane.
I love Rakim. Gotta give
I
honorable,
love
honorable
Rakim.
mention
He's
to
in my
Rakim.
top
I
10.
love Rakim too.
When you walk into my office, on my wall is Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. She'll tell you.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful
Yeah.
piece of them. Piece of art.
Yeah,
when you walk in.
absolutely.
But I've also got to give honorable mention to KRS-One. the
Oh,
teacher.
for sure.
I love
For sure.
Thank you.
My,
Yes.
Boogie
my,
Down Bronx.
my 3 favorites that have been my favorites my whole life is Mace, Fabulous, and Jadakiss.
Come on, Fab.
Fabulous is extremely talented.
Fab
Yeah.
is the
Those are,
homie.
and they're all, they're 3 of them have like almost the
Fab is
same kind
family.
of style, and you know what I'm saying?
Fab-
I
yeah,
just
that's dope.
love that style. I love Mace. I love the Jadakiss.
Jadakiss. See?
Jadakiss is,
Yeah.
It's so
is
many
brilliant.
amazing rappers out of New York.
Underground
Jadakiss
too.
is
Sometimes you don't
definitely
even-
the
yeah.
most underrated rap. Like
Who?
Jadakiss.
Yeah. I
He
mean, I don't think
should
he's
be-
underrated.
He's underrated because he wouldn't conform to certain
Right.
things.
Yeah,
He
I
stayed
agree.
true
Well,
to
he still,
himself.
he
and that
still
was
made
that.
his. I
He
can't went to
makes
high
his mark because he's in my top
Yeah.
10. So
Oh,
he
without
makes
a
Oh,
doubt.
his
he's
mark.
only. I think the only song, and now Jadakiss has bangers, and I think the only 2 songs that he's ever had that have made it to Billboard or whatever
Is
it is
Why with
is Why,
Anthony Hamilton.
Why, and what was the other one?
I could get it on like I could chat it. You know what I mean?
I forgot what the other one.
It was like the
it'll come
time
up
where
to
he
me.
was like super.
the
super
one with
popular.
Mariah
Yeah.
Carey.
I
Oh,
forgot.
Kiss Me, Kiss.
Kiss
Oh,
Me.
I
Okay.
don't like
I
it.
think those are the only.
Yeah.
I think out of all his hits, those are the
And
only
he
2
has
that ever.
and he has some hits.
He has
does.
hits
I
for
wouldn't
days.
even think about
Remember, you used to
that
burn the CDs, and then you could put like all 20 of your favorite songs, and then just
Yeah.
go around the neighborhood and just you would like.
Yeah, I remember when you used to record your cassette.
Nah,
You
bro,
used
press
to
the
put it
record
on
and-
here.
I would say,
I'm 30.
speaking about
Right.
Jadakiss, my favorite rap group in New York is the Lox.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not only because they all are phenomenal with the raps, but just their dynamic. Like they're literally brothers. Like they feed off of each other. They know who needs to fall back, who needs to be the
Yep.
forefront. And it showed. I knew it before, but it showed so well in the verses
I
that they
knew
did.
you were gonna
The
say that.
verses
just now. They
spoke.
I was
crushed
like, I
them.
was
It
literally
spoke
laughing
volumes.
so hard. Like I was like Dipset.
But their
it's a
characters
rap.
came out.
Jadakiss
The Lox
was half
characters came
comedian,
out on
half
the
rapper
stage.
that
It
night.
it was such a rap for them, and I'm like, Dipset has such a good catalog.
Do both
and
you
y'all
guys?
just
Do both
lost
you guys have
horribly.
kids?
Yes.
Do you like? Are you very adamant on like showing that era of music to your kids?
Oh no, yeah. My son
It's hard
is
not to.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
And he
son is
listens to it?
16. He listens to everything.
My
He listens-
father would play it non-stop.
Yeah.
He had his favorites
No,
though, and
my
he would have
kids
it
are
on
cultured
repeat.
up for sure.
KRS-One, EPMD, NWA was big, and like it was
Yes.
dope because like
Slick Rick.
not only just Slick Rick was huge, but not only just listening to the music, but now they're making movies about these people.
Right.
So it's he also had the Motown hits. So like you know what I mean? Like that was dope.
Michael
I didn't
Jackson,
see the I didn't see the movie yet.
Supremes. Oh, Michael Jackson?
I didn't see
I
it
did.
yet.
I watched.
My
was dope.
my
I didn't see
wife.
it yet.
Amazing.
I
I'm a
My
huge
wife
Michael
just said
Jackson
it
fan.
today that the whole family wants to go tomorrow. She's like, "Do you want to go?" I said, "No."
It's
stay home with the
amazing.
baby."
His
I'm gonna
nephew
go see
did
it
a phenomenal job.
He played him.
His
But
nephew
weren't there a
Jafar
bu-
did phenomenal.
Weren't there a bunch of things that were not in the movie? Like they
Yeah,
said,
it
I heard
stopped
that
in
like
1988.
Oh, the movie.
Okay,
What? That's when it
so-
ends.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be a spoiler, but
That's
yeah.
probably like when shit started getting like weird for Mike. Like shit.
No.
started-
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
no,
not.
they're gonna have another one. That's
Oh, they're
what it
gonna
is.
make
Oh, that's why they
See, I
did
just
that.
blew it up.
That's
Well, they made a
why
movie
they-
back in the
Sorry.
day.
So that makes
Sorry,
sense.
To be
guys.
honest with you, I didn't even know his nephew did it until
Sorry.
you just said it. I
Yeah,
just thought
that's
it was a
Jermaine-
Hollywood
Jermaine's
movie
son.
put together.
Jermaine's son.
Oh yeah.
He
Not the one that he
transformed.
has with Tito's wife.
No.
The other one.
Yeah.
They made a like a 4-part movie back in the day.
I don't think you could say that there was a bigger celebrity to ever live.
No. So I just
Ever.
read today.
People died from
Literally,
looking
that
at him.
Right.
it was a quote saying that at least his nephew can go to the Lakers game and not be harassed. It was, I guess it happened back in the day. Michael Jackson tried to go to a Lakers game and he shut down the whole game.
Well, he was very
He
big
was
with it.
beyond famous. Like
He was very
was-
big with getting his face done up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
looking like a
disguising.
different person just to go out
just
because he wanted to feel
going
like a
into
normal
disguise
person.
so he can feel like a
He
normal
also had a
person.
different voice. So that whole like soft spoken
Yeah,
voice, that was a defense
everybody says
mechanism.
he had
Yeah.
a deep voice.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I have
a
to
lot of
go
people
through
say-
that.
That is crazy.
And you wonder why these
That's
people end up
insanity.
fucked up. Like we know people personally in like Hollywood and the industry, and then like they go through fucking psychotic mental breakdowns.
Absolutely.
Let's look at Nickelodeon, Amanda Bynes.
Oh
You ever-
my
Absolutely.
God,
What are they doing to these
yes.
people?
Yeah. The
These
two
poor
that
little
the two
kids.
that shock me that is so blatantly like something fucking happened here is from the two from Wicked, Ariana Grande and the other girl.
Yeah, what's going on with her?
Come on, watch YouTube videos of them 3-4 years ago
Okay.
before Wicked.
Okay.
They are two perfectly normal.
Oh, Cynthia Erivo.
They're
Yeah, the girl- she was-
perfectly
she was on New York
normal
Broadway.
young girls acting
Yeah.
like normal
Yeah.
young girls.
And what happened to them?
And now watch the videos of them after Wicked.
I don't really watch them. I didn't even see Wicked.
What-
No, just
this-
during the whole press.
I
There's a
remember
thing
before,
you'll
but-
see all the clips. They put like together a bunch of clips where like they're just standing there, like in an interview, and like Ariana Grande be like fixing her hair, and like the other one's
what is
like
it, drugs?
touching her hand, like
I don't know.
And then the things they say, and then Ariana Grande was getting interviewed on the red carpet, and I don't know if she slipped up and she wasn't supposed to say this, but they asked her a question about the movie. And she couldn't answer it for a second. She was like frozen for a second. And then she just looks at the guy and goes, "Sorry, I'm having a little trouble remembering because, you know, they took me to that facility and they did the mind eraser."
Yeah, like
And
crazy
you
shit.
see
What?
all the publicists and everybody
I'll show
around
you,
there just
yeah.
going through
Oh
a
my
straight panic attack.
I mean, you never know what to believe anymore, but like that was
Right,
really
right.
cool.
Yeah,
You watched.
yeah.
Well, you could punch that clip up on YouTube. She
Right.
literally
Oh,
tells
wow.
the girl.
Because I just thought they
Oh, they
physically
mind
were
erased.
looking like it was something.
No,
going
no,
on.
no. They did something
You
to
know?
these two girls. You got to pay
I could probably
attention
take a
to the
stab
videos.
at what happens real quick and we can move on. I think that like if you're a part of like a certain project in Hollywood, like The Wizard of Oz, which is so iconic,
huge.
and I think by redoing it and like now you're in it, you're going into like deep Hollywood. And now I think because she
did
did
something.
Wicked, they were doing some shit.
They
behind
did
the
something to
scenes.
them. Chris,
You know what I
watch the video. You watch.
But it's only a certain amount of celebrities that like you see that like weird shit happens to them. It's obviously the stress and what they go
Yeah.
through and just dealing with the industry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's obviously some shit
Yeah.
that goes on.
Guess
that
goes
would-
on in Hollywood.
Yeah.
for
no,
sure.
listen.
I wonder if they could get do that with us if we end up making it big like that. I'd be like, yeah, fucking try, buddy.
Yeah,
Always
the other
mind
day,
over
you ask me a
matter.
question, I'd be like, I don't know, Chris. They gave me a mind eraser, and I can't really
So I
figure
can
it
just
out.
say
right
whatever the hell I want to say now, Chris.
We'll lighten the mood.
But watch, when you leave later on, punch that video, and you'll see that her
Group
interview.
picture first, conspiracy theories after the group picture.
Yeah, yeah.
What's one thing your mother's taught you growing up that always stuck with you?
You go first, Dr. Bobby, because there's a couple of things my mother.
I know. I mean, just off the top of my head, you know, keep your nose clean and stay focused. Have fun, enjoy life, but make sure that your number one thing is being focused on being able to take care of yourself. And that was something that started out very small for me when I was younger. But then as I gradually got older, you know, it's just not about me. It's about my family because I'm very close with my family, very, very close with my family. So that evolved into myself, my brother, who is a PhD, my sister, who's a psychiatrist. We
Wow, your
take
mother
care
must
of
be
our
real
family.
proud of everybody.
We're
family
pretty well.
dynamic.
We're pretty well rounded.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you where I'm from, so it's like all right.
Right.
But let's just put it in perspective. It's like you asked me what I held on to from my mother. So now we have a call every Sunday at 3 p.m. Both of our parents are on it. All of our siblings are on it, no matter where we are.
That's nice.
And if you're not, you get shit from
That
us
is really
every
nice.
single fucking 3 o'clock
like
on a
that.
Sunday. Right. And all we do is just really
Is it
quickly.
a video call or just a regular
It's a Zoom call.
Zoom call?
Oh.
We started it
that's nice.
before
That is nice.
before COVID.
love
So
that.
that gives you a sense of the foundation that you know
That is
we
nice.
have. The idea of the Big Mouth toothbrush was born in that call. So yeah, just
There
talking
you go.
shit.
See?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a nice Sunday phone call right there. Yeah, invention
Man,
of that.
sometimes we like it, sometimes we don't. But but it's a
can't wait to buy
blessing.
this.
where, yeah, I was just gonna say that. Where do they sell this? 'Cause
Amazon
I
right
wanna
here,
buy
bro. I
it.
got the link.
Oh,
CVS?
it's on Amazon, but
Is it in
DTC
CVS?
not yet.
Okay.
Not only once
Just
yet,
not-
because retail, I'm scared of retail. Me and my partner, we talk about it all the time. She does not want me to do that.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, no, we're blowing it up. We're going on other platforms. So like DTC, we're killing it.
Right.
We're also in about 100 dental offices. So the dentist, she's the one that told me about that route. Like, let dentists sell it because it's so much more credibility. It's made by dentists. It's sold by
Yeah, and
dentists.
who wouldn't want to buy the toothbrush? They're right there getting
Right.
their stuff done.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we've
by
been
the
doing
way,
all of that.
guys, Dr. Bobby is my dentist.
I am her dentist.
I
give you a
feel
heads
kind
up.
of bad that I went to the dentist today and it wasn't Dr. Bobby.
Right? And he had the nerve to tell me. No, I'm kidding.
I need my whole teeth, my whole mouth done.
They look good from
telling
here.
you. I want a little snuff. I want to see where he got his done.
I got I had a root canal recently.
No, I'm
I
good.
hit 30 years
my
old and I got a
goodness.
root canal. So yeah, that
I've
sucked.
never had one of those.
No, but it's a
things.
good thing.
neither.
You want to hold on. You want to hold on to your tooth,
Right.
Rather than pull it. do the
That's
root canal.
right. See?
People think root canals are so like crazy, but a root canal is literally just a filling for your root.
It's so dope how passionate you get about this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so you're like,
Keep
did
it
they,
simple.
did
Let's
they
say
do
the
this scan? Did they
truth,
do that
okay?
scan? Did they do the other scan? Like, that's serious. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I'll come to you next time. The appointment was today, You're probably booked out. You know what I mean?
I can't help it.
You
Chris.
stood away from the retail because they make all the decisions, right? They're going to tell you
No.
what the price point is.
I make all the decisions.
saying,
I make the
if
price.
you
Oh,
went
if I
to
went to them.
retail,
Okay, so with retail,
It's them telling you how
Dynamic
much they
changes
want
a
to
lot.
pay.
the reason that I stayed away from it is because when I went into it or thinking that that was something that I wanted to do,
Right.
they were taking a lot of my money. They were taking a huge percentage. So, and it's funny because my partner was like, don't do it. And I'm like, all right, let me just look into it because I'm the
Right.
type of person that you can tell me, don't do it, but I'm going to be like, well, why is she saying this,
Right.
But once I delve deep into it, retail is like the way my margins are set up right now, it makes no sense for me to go that route until they can give me a better deal. So Target was not giving me a good deal. It was just like,
Yeah,
it just didn't make sense.
So
Not at the
crazy, right?
time,
You
so.
would think I got a product.
No.
It's good. I'm gonna be in all the Targets, and she's like,
No,
fuck
there's
that, I'm
so
not going
many.
there.
There's so many
Right.
factors. Like,
Yeah.
where is your product gonna be placed?
Right.
Right.
How many
Point of
do they
sales.
want? Like,
Right. That's
who's
all
gonna
the
see it?
science.
You can literally
Because
you
it
can
could be
break
in the
a
back.
company.
It could be in the back with the samples.
You
and
can break a
nobody's
Right.
company
seeing
by
it.
going to retail. So I was just being very strategic, very,
You watch
and I'm
that,
very comfortable.
It's a retail.
That's
like,
one thing I've
documentary or
learned working
something,
for a
and
retail
they
company
show
for so
you
many years.
Yes, there's so
Yeah,
many
the ins
factors.
and outs of that.
You don't know. A lot of brands
Literally.
think that,
You
oh
don't
no,
see
we
it.
want to go into retail, we want to go into Target, we want to go CVS. Yeah,
It's
but
not
it can make or
always
break a
a-
company. Like,
yeah.
or like I want to continue to make money. I don't want to have to,
Right.
yeah, like for what? And then they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna manage my pricing.
Yeah.
Right.
They're gonna change my entire price point, which changes my margins. Which is like, no, I have great margins right now.
Yeah, I see all the nice vacations you both go on. Maybe, join in next time. That'd be cool.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
There's a documentary that you got to watch. There's a science to that, like the retail thing. They show you this guy that goes to all these places, and it's like he knows what level to put stuff like on a shelf
Yes.
because your
The focal
eye
point.
hits
Yeah.
this,
It's called a
and
focal point. Yeah.
They show
Yes.
you what aisles to be in next to. Like there's a science.
It's a
that
science to it.
zooms
There
you
is.
into a certain.
Yeah, it's a
like,
science.
Literally, like
Especially
they
the
show you how they
toothbrush
can
aisle.
get you to
Yeah.
walk
The
into a
toothbrush
store
aisle,
Yeah.
you see
and
Listerine.
end up in the third aisle
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Listerine,
It's
Colgate,
strategic.
all at the top.
Yeah.
And that's a huge competitor for me.
Yeah,
So it's
Listerine.
like,
Mama Dukes, what do you got for me?
Oh, Mama Dukes.
You're not Mama Dukes. You're Mama Dukes.
Oh, well, my mom, I would say, honestly, my mom has taught me a few things in life, but I think the most important thing she's taught me is to have confidence. Because confidence can take you to make you do a lot of things and take you a lot of places that skill would not. And she's always been a person to say, like, if I was down as a kid, she would say, no, you're amazing. You're a great person. You make sure you go in those doors and you do this. So, like when it comes to chance taking and just like starting a business, you have to have the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
Even if you know everything to the T on how you want things done and things like that. Like, if you don't have the confidence and the ambition, it's nothing. You know what I mean? So that was the most important thing I took from my mom.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that.
They both raised you right because you're both
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah, and the
Crushing it.
beauty business is I would never say it's oversaturated because that's not what I think. I just think that there's room for everyone for sure, but you have to do what you got to do to stand out and to build your clientele and make sure that you got a paycheck. And I'm really grateful to have people that I work with on a regular basis, where I get a check.
Are you going to be like your
All the
friend here now
time.
and have your own makeup
No,
line?
and
Nope.
this is what
I don't think it's necessary.
I'm always asked that, and a lot of my clients has asked me that. And like I was saying, I was telling Dr. Bobby, just working for a retail company for 13 years, I know the ins and out of retail. You know, I know about, like you said, about product placement, about the SKUs, about how many SKUs do you have, how many SKUs is selling out, how many SKUs you have to sell out, what your sales goal is, what your monthly goal is, what your yearly goal is. Like I was a manager. Like that's what I dealt with was numbers. And because I was in it so deep with that company, I told myself when I leave this company, I'm going to be wholly and solely a service business person. And there's other avenues with beauty because I don't only do makeup, like I hire people to do makeup and hair.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that was my pivot. You know what I mean? As far as not going to retail, I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own business where I can hire makeup artists and hairstylists to do makeup, do, one-on-one clients. I do, like, I don't know if you guys see all those big beauty events with, like, the huge activations.
Yeah.
Where they have, I hire people to work that, and I get paid from it. So
That's great.
that was my pivot.
My
Now
welcome to the beauty industry is just putting like a glob of gel in my hair and then combing it like a rake. You know what I mean? I just kind of bring it right
That's
back.
about
Wow,
mine.
it looks great. Chris.
It's about mine. I put the hairspray
Really
and then I brush
easy.
it.
Exactly. Her first name's Doctor, last name Bobby.
That's what it is.
I got two more. These hours go by too fast,
Yeah.
man. I don't like it at all. One more shenanigan question. What's the craziest first date you ever been on? Yes. You like that one? Oh, shit.
This first date. Like, we both been married for so long. It's like, wait, first date?
I could think about a
trying
first
to
date,
think.
though.
Oh, you guys are going to fucking drop the ball on this question? I was excited to ask this.
No, I'm trying to think.
Oh, it's crazy. Mine is boring. It's like, because I'm on my second husband. And our first date, we literally connected so hard that I, like, moved in with him, like, the next, like,
Shut up, me too.
I sure did. And then we got married 4 months later. We've been married 7 years later.
Yeah.
So, like, I have one of those, like, that's
Oh, if
boring.
we're gonna say
Sorry.
that, my wife, she gave the first night we hung out. She hasn't left.
When you know, you know.
She hasn't
You know,
left
you
since.
know. Same with my
That's
husband.
it. She
When I
moved
met
in
my
with me at
husband-
my
You've been married like
house
20
and-
years.
Yeah, no, we've been together for 25, but we only been married for 3.
Oh, really?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
Yeah.
that, you just want to be together.
Yeah, yeah.
They want to be
No,
together.
I moved in with my husband maybe like 2 to 3 weeks after I met him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I moved
And
in with
I'm
my girlfriend, too.
Yeah,
Same
and
thing.
my first
And you
date
guys are gonna
was
get married.
actually a soul food spot in Bed-Stuy.
There you go.
It's
Which
called,
one?
It was called Dunkin's. Do you remember Dunkin's
I've
on
heard of
Myrtle?
it. I've definitely heard of it.
Yeah, he took me there to get some food.
Aw.
And that food was fire. And I was thinking about it.
You know, we went to Black Swan.
Must have been real
Black
fire,
Swan on
'cause it's
Bedford.
really
That's where
funny
we went.
years
Right.
later.
I
Must have
didn't
been
remember it
real
earlier,
fire.
but I remember it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was good.
So that was my first
Wow,
date.
we all
We're kind of corny.
all
We
got-
are corny. Yes, we're all corny.
hitched fast.
Right, I'm
I mean,
sorry
you
we
in
don't
2
have no
weeks, me in 2
good joke.
days.
Right,
Everybody was living with their.
right.
Uh-oh. Maybe next question. Maybe a little spicy.
One more.
I gotta do a banger.
Say what you gonna say.
You both are killing it in your respective industries right now.
Yes.
Killing
Thank
it.
you so
Thank
much.
you so much, Chris.
When it's all said and done, right? This could be 50, 60 years. I always ask my guests this question. How do you want to be remembered?
Great question.
I think that at this point in my career, because I kind of went through the, being the first Black person to do this and then moving through my businesses, I think I really pride myself in the younger generation seeing me and thinking that they can be me. So, like, one of my biggest things is when one of my patients comes in, and, my first name is Bobbi. So, put it in perspective. The mom just has never heard of me. She comes in there, she's with her daughter, doing a consultation, and I come in there, and she's just like, you're the doctor. And then her daughter is looking at me like, that to me is priceless. And I do things like, because of that, I ask them questions about, when's your prom? And if you have a boyfriend, I make notes in my chart so that when they come in, I'm like, let me see those pictures. You had your first date. Let me see it. That's kind of like how I want to be remembered, because my industry, everyone hates the dentist. I hate the fucking dentist. You know what I'm saying? It's like a huge invasion of privacy and your personal space. So, yeah, I want to be remembered as having been in this industry but making it very comfortable, very affordable, very manageable, very attainable to the next generation.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was great.
And don't think there's not little girls going home after that saying to their mother, I want to be like Dr. Bobby.
Exactly. And then they want to come back and do a TikTok with me. And that's what happens. I love that.
I want to be like Dr. Bobby and Keys. I need to set my game up.
Stop. No, I'll piggyback from what Dr. Bobby said. You know, my legacy is, you know, helping others, you know, in the beauty industry. Because like I said, it's so many people that do so many different things in the beauty industry. You can be hair, makeup, nails. You know, and that's why I started my business, because I want to give people those chances. I love, you know, mentoring, you know, young makeup artists. They text me and call me all the time like, Keys, I got this job. How much should I charge? I said, well, charge this. Charge more.
The price is
you know, like,
price.
Yeah, your price, you know, and I love that.
And then
I
put an extra 500
I get
on it,
excited.
send
Like
it
when
to
I
me.
see texts like that, I'm like, what? They're charging you? No, like I'm trying, you know, I want to make sure that they're getting their worth and not feeling like, oh, I don't want to charge too much, or, you know, I'm going to be there all day. And, you know, they give me all the logistics. I love that, you know, so that's
cool.
my legacy is helping others for sure in my industry.
And you just both
Experience
build
is
up people's
priceless.
confidence.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah,
Experience
because
is priceless.
you can, I mean,
Worth
honestly.
more than any degrees.
Yeah.
Experience in your industry is worth any
It
degrees
is.
ever.
It adds to your confidence for sure.
Very good at asking questions now, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. Episode 50.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a
Episode
deal.
50?
I'm gonna make a deal. Ready? You thought we were gonna be done by episode 50, didn't you? You hating motherfuckers. We're still right here. We're not going nowhere. Okay. So remember today for episode 100, they're gonna be back. Keys and Dr. Bobby. All right. Mark that down in your calendar.
Here's my celebration for 50.
Oh no! Look, did
stuck
they
now.
see this cake?
The
Did you tell them where the cake is from?
We want to go drink champagne and eat cake. That's a wrap. Thank you guys.
Don't forget to subscribe, share the love, and keep the voice of Brooklyn alive. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and never forget where you came from.